We had a question on how do you deal with different nationalities and their inherent character nuances slash traits in global teams. This is a really, really topical question for us at LiveTiles. We have teams from all over the world and very, very diverse working cultures and working styles exist. And it's been something that we've had to over time really think about how we take advantage of it, to be honest. And I guess it's like anything where you're trying to have a more inclusive environment is you've got to start from a position of understanding. So we've invested time in the past on getting to learn the different cultures, both the fun side of say the Danish culture or the Swiss culture, but also how various attributes impact the way people perceive work or might approach work. So, for example, some working cultures in our company are very inclusive, consensus-based model, whereas others, such as the Australian model, is a little bit more individualistic and just get on with it type mindset. So sharing the stories and examples of how that plays out we've found to be very, very useful. Secondly, we're looking to do and have been doing some quite unique things, such as giving people an understanding of their personal values, which I won't go into all the detail behind that, but personal values are, it's a lot of evidence behind how they impact everything we do, including how we might approach situations in the workplace and work with other people. And so we've actually used a digital version of that scientific theory and had our people do it, built an understanding of what their personal values are, and then also built on understanding of how values impact their relationships with others in the company, which has been really, really fascinating and quite good feedback from various people across the business about how that's impacted their understanding. And of course, with all of that understanding comes with awareness and that ability to, to empathize, to see the point of view of someone else, that, their behavior or their way they're approaching something is driven by something inherent to them as a human being, as opposed to just being difficult, or why aren't they falling in line, and all those various things. So yeah, it's not easy, but it's all about building understanding so you can have a position of empathy. And then finally, the other thing we're doing is trying to take advantage of the ability to get people back together face to face, having people meet and greet, get to know each other, have those social occasions, so they can build up a rapport, so that when things get a bit stressful, it's another human on the end of that email, or on the end of that chat thread, or whatever it may be, that you've met, you've got to know, and therefore you might approach it, with a little bit more empathy than it just being a stranger, so to speak. So yeah, it's not easy, but the flip side of all of it is you can if you can make good on it all, then you end up with a really diverse and interesting workplace culture that that's not a not everyone sitting in the same box, so to speak, which is exciting and a great place to be.